Now to that second startling new report on the path of the virus. A draft government document projects the U.S. daily deaths could nearly double by June 1st. And it comes as President Trump and his Secretary of State say there's evidence a Wuhan, China research lab is the source of the outbreak. That's a conclusion at odds with U.S. intelligence. CBS's Ben Tracy is at the White House for us tonight. Ben?
Nora, despite the U.S. now having more than twice as many deaths as any other country, President Trump continues to tout his administration's response to the pandemic. He also continues to blame China for the virus and the rising death toll. As President Trump pushes states to reopen, a draft analysis provided to FEMA by researchers shows daily deaths in the U.S. nearly doubling to 3,000 by June 1st, and cases skyrocketing to 200,000 per day. The White House says its own models don't show that, but the president is now admitting to a much higher death toll.
We're going to lose anywhere from 75, 80 to 100,000 people.
Mr. Trump's calculus has changed several times in the past month.
It's looking like it's heading to 50,000 or more deaths. It looks like we'll be at about a 60,000 mark. We're probably heading to 60,000, 70,000.
Under fire for his handling of the virus response, the president is now frequently pinning the blame on China for not containing it early on.
They knew they had a problem. I think they were embarrassed by the problem.
A new report from the Department of Homeland Security says the Chinese government intentionally concealed the severity of COVID-19 from the international community in early January, while it stockpiled medical supplies, such as face masks, surgical gowns, and gloves.
There's nobody ever been tough on China like I've been tough on China.
President Trump is threatening China with more tariffs, and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is now backing the president's claim that the virus originated in a Chinese lab, even though the U.S. intelligence community has not reached that conclusion. They do say the virus was not man-made.
I can tell you that there is a significant amount of evidence that this came from that laboratory in Wuhan.
Now, Chinese state media is accusing Secretary Pompeo of spitting poison, and they say if he has evidence to back up his claim, he should release it. The World Health Organization said today that the U.S. government has not showed it any evidence that this virus came from a lab in Wuhan. Nora.
Ben Tracy at the White House.